So I've had the brand new iPhone 13 Pro Max now for around about 2 weeks, and it's been absolutely incredible. Not just the actual cameras on it, but the battery life as well. It has been amazing. And I want to discuss my thoughts around it and basically what I've been doing with my phone over those 2 weeks and making the battery last so long. I also want to share some tips and hints for you guys if you've got yourself an iPhone 13 Pro Max or any iPhone out there, and what you can do to extend out your battery life. So that's right guys, it's been about 2 weeks now since I've had my iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I did an unboxing video around that time, and do check that out if you want to see what the unboxing is like. But since then, I've been using this iPhone 13 Pro Max as my daily driver phone, and to be deadly honest, it has been absolutely incredible. I came from an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and before that I came from an iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now the iPhone 11 Pro Max absolutely blew me away with its battery life. I came from before that, the phone was actually an iPhone 8, well the iPhone 8 Plus as it were. And battery life that was pretty cool, but to be honest with the iPhone 11 Pro Max, it completely just stormed that kind of performance away with the amount of battery life I had. And I absolutely loved it. But when I switched over to the iPhone 12 Pro Max, within the first couple of weeks, I noticed where, for example, when I got to the end of the day, where, for example, on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, I might have been on, say, 30%, I was on about 15% or even 10% on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And this did really concern me. Now, if you know any facts about the iPhone 12 Pro Max, the actual battery inside that is actually smaller than what's in the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Apple tried to say that the A14 chipset that was inside the iPhone 12 Pro Max would prolong that actual battery life, but to be deadly honest, it just didn't do that. It wasn't any better than the iPhone 11 Pro Max. In fact, it was actually worse. So a lot of expectations and high expectations were needed for the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And I can tell you this right now, it has been absolutely fantastic. So today, I took my phone off charge around about 7:15 AM. I haven't charged it during the day or anything at all, and I'm still at 50%. I'm still at half a battery. But you're probably wanting to know, why am I at 50% battery and what have I been using my phone for today? Well, to be deadly honest with you guys, today I've been out using my phone just a little bit. I did make a couple of calls on it, what took up probably about 2 hours. I also took a couple of photographs outside this evening because I just wanted to. And I also did do a recording of a video for about 2 minutes or so on it, and this was at 4K kind of resolution. Also on top of this as well, this evening before making this video, I've sat and I've watched about 2 hours of Netflix on my phone. And also before that, when I was making dinner, I actually gave my phone to the kids and they were playing a couple of games on my phone. Basically kind of mid kind of performance, nothing like Call of Duty Mobile or PUBG kind of sort of level, but you know, something a little bit more tamer than that. It was a Star Wars game, for example, basically that has drained some of the battery as well, and it's still at 50%, and that is absolutely unbelievable because like I said with the iPhone 12 Pro Max at this stage, I would only really be about 20% battery, maybe slightly more by this time, because like I said, by the time I went to bed at night it was around about 20%, so let's say for argument's sake I'd still probably about say 25-30% battery at this time. So straight away there's a massive gain of around about a 20% on the battery on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, what's absolutely incredible. So straight away, if you want to get yourself an iPhone 13 Pro Max, I cannot recommend it enough. As you can see here, it is 2109, and well, it's probably more than that, it's 2111 because I've been rambling on, but the battery life is incredible. Now, there are some other things what you can do to your iPhone 13 Pro Max to make the battery last even longer, and I want to show you some of those tips right now. So on your iPhone, and like I said, you can do this on any iPhone, it doesn't have to be an iPhone 13 Pro Max, you want to go to your settings first of all. Now, when you're in your settings, what you want to do is you want to go down to battery. probably quite obvious as a place where you want to go. And then what you want to do is go to the battery health that we have right here. As you can see, as this is a brand new iPhone 13 Pro Max, it's only about 2 weeks old, you can see my maximum capacity is at 100%. Now, straight away, I'm going to point out, if you've got an older iPhone and your maximum capacity is, say, below 70%, this basically means the battery has lost basically around a third of its power. So what I'm trying to say is, when it was brand new at 100%, let's say it lasted 10 hours a day. You could sit on your phone on the screen for 10 hours a day. Now, I know your iPhone might last longer than that, or it could last shorter than that, but 100%, let's say it lasted 10 hours. If it's now at 70%, it basically means that your battery will only last 7 hours a day. So when you hit around about 70%, I would say it's possibly a chance to either replace your iPhone with a brand new one, or if you want to keep it, go and look out there to get yourself a brand new battery put inside your iPhone. So there's a lot of Apple retailers out there who do put in brand new iPhones, and especially the brand new iPhones, they put in these batteries that you got to have it done, officially done by an Apple retailer. A lot of the newer iPhones now, if you put in basically a non-official iPhone battery, you do get problems and warnings coming up on your phone. So especially if you've got a newer one, I would definitely get it changed by an actual Apple retailer. For older iPhones though, you can get anybody really to do it, to be fair. But that is the first thing to notice straight away on your iPhone. The other thing I would also observe is making sure that this optimized battery charging setting is also switched on. This ability is a very hidden ability, and it's a very, very important one. What it actually does is that, say if you put your phone on charge at midnight every night and you've got only, say, 50% charge of battery, it needs to go up to 100%. What happens is the iPhone actually works out that, generally speaking, if you wake up at 7 AM or will take your phone off charge at 7 AM every morning, what it will do is it will charge your battery up to, say, around about 80% charge, up to about 6 AM in the morning, and then come 6 AM in the morning, it will charge that last 20% of your battery. Now, the reason behind this, it prolongs the actual battery life, because actually if you have your phone fully charged all the time, or completely charge it to the maximum all the time, this actually brings down this maximum capacity that we were talking about here, or it will reduce this maximum capacity at a faster rate. So definitely make sure you have that option switched on. Also at the same time as well, if you're out and about and you want your battery to last longer, do definitely turn on the low power mode. This mode here, especially on the brand new iPhone 13 Pro models, for example, will actually change the 120 Hz refresh rate down to a 60 Hz refresh rate. Also at the same time as well, with your notifications and everything, where you normally get your notifications straight away, what your iPhone will do instead is have a kind of a timer where it fetches notifications at a slower rate. It's not constantly checking, I need a new notification, have you got me a new notification, have you got me a new notification. Instead it will go, have you got a new notification, wait a couple of minutes, and then go, have you got a new notification? It slows it down, and this also prolongs your battery life. So make sure you do change this. If you also want that 60 Hz refresh rate turned on permanently on the iPhone 13 Pro and the Pro Max, and remember, this is just for these phones only, and this will also preserve your battery, you can go into accessibility here in the main settings, and then if you go down here to motion, and go into here and turn on limit frame rate, it will switch your hertz to 60 Hz on your screen, so your phone will become a 60 Hz refresh rate display and will not have that adaptive up to 120 Hz on it. And this can also increase your battery life if you do want to do that. So there are a couple of the tips, and I'm also going to share a few more with you in a mo. But just before we do that, I want to talk about this channel's giveaway, and it is for this. It is for an iPad Pro M1 with 256 gigabytes in storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it's a 12.9 inch model, so it's the big beastie iPad Pro. And I'm going to be giving this away to one lucky subscriber when we get over 260,000 subscribers. Now, I'm not too sure, because when I'm making this video, we haven't hit 260,000 subscribers. So we might have actually hit that already. But I'm going to be revealing the winner definitely after this video comes out. So you guys still have a chance to get your hands on this international giveaway of this iPad Pro. And all I want to know from you guys in the comments below is to write down what Apple gear or what technology, doesn't have to be Apple related, you're planning to buy in 2021. Write it down in the comments below, and then like I said, when we get over 260,000 subscribers, and we could have hit that by the time when this video's been out there to you guys right now, I'm going to be revealing who the winner is. So definitely make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you'll want to get that notification to find out if you are the lucky person to get your hands on this iPad Pro. Also at the same time as well guys, if you are liking this video so far, please do press the like button. So I'm going to put the iPad Pro down here, and let's talk a few more tips now about battery saving for your iPhone. So another great tip to make your battery last longer and also preserve your battery life on your brand new iPhone 13, or if you've got yourself an older iPhone, is to go back into settings again, but this time actually go all the way down to privacy. Click on this, and then after this what you want to do is to go to location services. Now location services basically mean that your location, your GPS, is shared basically with loads of different apps, and you can turn this on and off if you want to for all your different apps. But one thing what I would recommend doing is going right to the bottom and then going to system services down here. And basically what I have done is I've turned off a load of services that I know that I will not be using on my iPhone. So for example, HomeKit. This is the ability, for example, to switch off your lights on and off automatically through Apple's way. I actually use the Amazon way with the A lady, that's what I'm going to call her, so I don't want to set off loads of people's devices. Or let's say Google, if you've got that as well, if you say the Hey G word, you could use that instead, but Apple have got their own one and they use HomeKit, so I don't use that, so I don't really need my phone sending out notifications or checking for HomeKit devices, so I've switched that off. The same with location-based alerts. I don't really want alerts when I turn up at a certain place to get notifications when I get there. Also location-based suggestions as well. When I arrive at a location, I might get given suggestions for things. I don't really want this on. But you can turn off and on different things here if you don't want to use them. But there are some obviously I would keep on, like your compass calibration, also your Apple Pay merchant if you're using your kind of Apple Wallet or your kind of Apple Pay. I'd keep that switched on. Wi-Fi calling is another. I use that because the signal where I live is absolutely rubbish, so I keep all of that turned on. But further down here there is also product improvement. So this is iPhone analytics and routing and traffic. So this is sending data back to Apple. I have this switched off, and again this preserves my actual battery life. So this is definitely somewhere where I would actually turn off some of these triggers in here, or maybe switch them on if you have turned on some off by accident and you do actually need them. So those hints and tips have actually helped my battery last even longer. And like I said right at the beginning of this video, you can actually apply these changes to older iPhones as well. Just go into your settings, look for the same tabs to switch on or switch off, and basically you could probably prolong your battery a little bit more. I can't guarantee you're going to get an extra 30% battery during the day, but you know, it might help give you like an extra 5 to 10% battery during the day, and that all really helps. Well guys, it's time to wrap up this video. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. And also, if you want the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please also hit that subscribe button followed by the notification bell. Until next time guys, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.